I got a package. And this is very fun for me because I don't get sent things very often. But this person who has a 911 Etsy shop reached out to me and was like, hey, can I send you some stuff? And I was like, is that even a question? Of course. Of course you can send me some stuff. Because like I said, I don't get sent things very often. And I think a big reason I don't get sent stuff all that often is because I'm Canadian, so it's expensive. I don't know. All I know for sure is that I don't get sent things often, so it is very fun when I do. Also, can I just say that this packaging is adorable and I love it? Like, it's so pretty. I'm obsessed with this. So, I'm not the first 911 creator to get sent things from this shop, so I think I know what I'm gonna get, but I'm still excited about it. Yeah. Hang on. Putting things down. So first we've got, there it is. It's just their LAFD, their Los Angeles Fire Department shirts, and of course I got Eddie. I got Eddie's name on it because he's my baby girl. So that's very fun. Can I? Oh my gosh. You know, I work in clothing. You'd think I'd be able to fold a shirt. You'd think. Anyway. And then, oh. Okay, wait. There's a card. Stop. Wait. Hang on. Just wanted to send you a little 911 merch to say thank you for all you do as a Canadian content creator. There are so few in comparison, and so I just wanted to send you this package as a way of expressing my thanks for all you create. I hope you enjoyed the t-shirt and keychain. Mary. This is so sweet! Oh my god! And then, oh my god. Oh, this is so fun. $118 truck keys, and it says who cares? As it should. That's incredible. Oh, this is also fun because I also just bought a new car, so it'll be fun to have. Actually, I just got a new car and I've named that car Buddy. Not even, no lie. This was before, like, I bought the car and I decided to name it Buddy before this, and now I have this to go with my car, Buddy. That's incredible. Also, I have a mug that says who cares on it. So I'm gonna put this on right now because my shirt is covered in cat hair because my baby wanted to cuddle earlier. My baby being my cat, if that wasn't clear. Okay, I love how I look in dark blues, so this is so fun. That's so fun. I did ask for a size bigger than I like. I don't wear shirts my size. I always wear oversized shirts just because I mean, part of it is the fact that I'm trans and I have D-cup boobs, so shirts that fit me, just no. But this is very fun. This is also really fun because my partner has been informed that if we don't get a buddy kiss this season, that we are gonna be cosplaying Buddy just so we can give the people a buddy kiss. And I'm probably gonna be Eddie. So, I mean, that's super fun. Might have to order the Buckley one to give to them for it. We'll see. Anyway, thank you so much, Mary. This is so sweet. I love this so much. I'm probably gonna wear this so much, actually. This is, yeah. Thank you, I appreciate it so much.
I'm so mentally stable, it's insane. I have BPD, beautiful princess to support. I'm so clear-pilled, I can see through nature.
You know what's so fucking funny?
is like at this point, it's a running joke that Tim Minear low-key has stolen some things from my life for Buck's character. You know, like I said, I have the siblings with the big age gap, and my sister's 9 years older than me. My brother's 7.5 years older than me, and my brother had leukemia as a kid. There's just like a lot of shared personality traits that I have with Buck. There's just a lot of things. Having a phase of casual relationships to replace like actual intimacy. You know, there's just things where I'm like, Tim Minear, are you in my fucking walls? You know what's really funny about this whole like Bobby Nash thing? I tweeted about this when there was the leaks. I am so he's not my dad, but I've talked about this, that I am actively mourning a father figure right now. Like a couple weeks ago, I literally tweeted, hey, 911, I'm literally actively mourning a father figure right now. Please don't kill Bobby, father of the 118 Nash. I cannot handle that. Well, also, I got one of my coworkers into 911, and she just caught up in time to watch last week's episode live. She's gonna be texting me being like, Comet, what the fuck? She's gonna be so mad at me because I got her into it now. Oh my god. She's never gonna trust me to recommend her a show ever again. Holy fucking shit. I did watch the episode, and I did it wearing the Diaz shirt, and basically there were moments throughout where I was like, okay guys, pretend I'm Eddie Diaz, okay? I'm standing in for Eddie Diaz because for some fucking reason he's not in this episode. So when Tommy was on screen, I literally, well, just before, when I knew he was about to get on screen, I paused it and walked out of the room, and then when I got back, I just started yelling about how I hate this man, and I hate looking at his stupid face. So, you know. Hopefully, you can imagine that as Eddie Diaz, and it can make up at least a tiny bit for the absolute lack of Eddie. I also said that I loved Buck and called him Princess, so again, Eddie. Really and truly, it's the same thing that I said in the video before. I'm reserving my judgment of the episode depending on how the rest of the season plays out. I'm reserving the judgment. I'm trying not to get my hopes up. I'm trying not to get optimistic about anything. I am doing my best to start my grieving process now, because getting optimistic about what this show's gonna do and being disappointed has just not been the best way to watch the show. But again, depending on how the next 3 episodes go, I might call it. I do think, however, that if this is the way that they choose to finally kill a main character in 911, that it was very poorly done. There's maybe one moment in the episode where it feels like there's some foreshadowing that there's going to be this twist. But for the most part, it just kind of feels like it came out of nowhere. Which, to be fair, it kind of did. Tim Minear literally said he did it for the sake of doing it. Which is, again, an absolutely ridiculous reason to kill off a character. Especially after 8 seasons. 8 seasons, and this is the first time you're killing off a main character, and this is how you do it? Sloppy. And I mean that in a very negative way. Especially the fact that it's Bobby fucking Nash that they killed. Like, I'm sorry. Just no. That was not a tribute to Bobby's character. That That was for the sake of doing it, for the sake of realism, apparently. Realism? This is the B-NATO show! Also, again, for realism, this entire episode was out of a fucking sci-fi novel. I've seen the biologists and the biochemists on Twitter talking about this and being like, this is science fiction. This is from a superhero comic, by the way. Realism. Really? The B-NATO show. And you're talking about realism. Okay. You know, some people like watching the show because of these characters' canonical plot armor. Why do you think I watched 15 seasons of Supernatural? Yeah. I mean, again, depending on how they choose to do the next 3 episodes, maybe I'll change my mind, but right here and now I can tell you, that was a terrible way to, after 8 years, finally kill off one of your main characters. That was absolutely stupid. I will say, however, I'm not surprised that this happened on ABC of all places, because this is the fucking network that has Grey's Anatomy. Because if anything, it did remind me of when George died on Grey's Anatomy. But the thing is, George died because they wanted to get rid of the actor, didn't they? Also, there was already, like, before they killed him off, they already wrote a plot line for him to leave in the first place. So even then, you were kind of preparing for him to leave and probably die because he was gonna join the army. And then he died. We were already preparing and getting ready to grieve when they killed off George O'Malley. And that was 6 seasons into Grey's Anatomy. That was the first time they killed off a main character in Grey's, right? Like, they wrote off other characters, but that was the first time they killed off a character. Am I right? Yes, there's been some very, like, abrupt write-offs and, like, character deaths, like Derek Shepherd. Just don't even get me started on Derek Shepherd. But Grey's Anatomy had already kind of been established as your main character, your favorite main character might die, by the way. Haha. Lexi Gray and Mark Sloan, I've never recovered from that. I never will. But again, it wasn't completely out of the left field for that show. This was just a terrible decision. Like, I honest to God, I don't know that 911 is gonna survive past season 9 without Bobby. I just don't. The pacing in this season has been an absolute train wreck. The vibe in season 7 and 8 has been a fucking disaster. It's definitely had its good moments, I will give it that, but in comparison to earlier seasons, like, this is a train wreck. And adding on top of that, you're killing off your main character, you're killing off Bobby Nash, father of the 118. And this is the first time you've killed off a main character on the show ever, 8 seasons in, and that's the way that you choose to do it. Yeah, you're gonna lose this show, man. And it sucks, because this show has so much potential, and instead of utilizing that, you retcon a bunch of bigoted characters being bigoted for some fucking reason. You made Buck canonically queer, but you have refused to let him say the words bisexual, and overall, you barely even developed his queer arc. It barely happened. That's not... If you realize that you're bisexual when you're 33 years old, it takes more than that. Also, it takes more than that in general. A queer journey takes more than that for a number of reasons. Just by the fucking way. And I get that the season was shortened because of the writer's strike, but again, you can revisit it. 8A feels like such a fucking waste because nothing really happened in that season. Like, in that first half of the season, you know? Like, no character storylines were moved forward at all. And if they were, it was like barely. All of them are getting addressed right now, so now it feels like we're rushing through them, and it fucking sucks. And now Bobby's dead. We should have gotten through the Chris plotline in 8A, because then Eddie should have fucking been there for 8B, for this episode. The fact that he's not there is insane. And that's another thing you keep doing. You keep just, like, pushing Eddie's storylines to the side for other shit that no one cares about. Like, I'm sorry, the entire Brad Torrance storyline just felt like a waste of time. Like, there should be, again, the pacing is just this fucking train wreck. I feel like there should be, like, I love filler episodes, but having kind of an equal balance of exploring these character arcs and also fillers, please? I'm giving him 3 more episodes, and then I might call it for season 9, and honestly, season 9 without Bobby Nash, I don't see how the show is going to continue without Bobby. Like, I'm sorry, but 911 just isn't Grey's Anatomy, and you just can't pull shit like this. For fucking realism, man. Realism? You care about realism now. You know that you can't detect a pulse through heavy-duty gloves? You care about realism. How did you promote this season, Tim Minear? Quickly. With a fucking NATO. Why is Eddie in Texas right now? Because he met a doppelganger of his dead ex-wife and his son walked in on him with her. Realism. And honestly, I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to get myself to care about if Buddy goes canon. I mean, it would be incredible. Don't get me wrong. Like I said before, this would be a cultural phenomenon. It would be a significant moment in queer history and queer representation and, like, media. However, I don't know that I'm gonna be able to get myself to care if Bobby Nash is fucking dead. Also, this means any of the fucking characters can die now. Are you gonna kill Eddie? Or Buck? I don't think I can do that. I don't think I can deal with that. What if they fucking killed Karen? Like, they can barely write a good storyline for Hen and Karen. I wouldn't put it past them to kill one of them. So, how is Buck supposed to start this new relationship while he's grieving his father? And the worst part is I was really excited about this episode, because last episode was fucking incredible. And then you did whatever the fuck that was. I guess this episode and this hiatus happened at the perfect time. Currently making up the bed for my partner to sleep on, because they're coming tomorrow, spending the night, and then we drive out to Calgary on Sunday, and then we're in Calgary for a week, and then we go to con on Thursday to Sunday. I'm probably going to be posting in the next week, but I'm probably going to be taking a step back from 911 for at least a week. After 8/11, I crashed out and had to take a couple days to just calm down, and that was good, because sometimes you just get too invested in fictional stories, and, like, it happens. But you also need a reality check sometimes. And right now this is a mix of I need a reality check, and I watch and consume media as a form of escapism, and it is not helping me, because what just happened is too close to home for me right now. This might not mean that for the sake of my mental health, I might not be able to watch the last 3 episodes, at least not right away. I don't know. And I'm aware. Every time I talk about stuff like this, I'm like, I know that that's not healthy, and getting that invested in fictional shows is not good for me, and I need to touch grass. Don't worry, I'm aware. But that's the point. That's the point of me talking about this, because sometimes you need to be self-aware, sometimes also other people need that rude awakening, and also this is just kind of a heads up that I don't know how much I'm going to be active and talking about 911 for the next little bit. A little bit in vague terms. It could be, again, the week that I'm in Calgary. It could be a couple weeks. It could be until season 9. It could be longer. I think the reaction series will still be coming out week to week, but I think that's the most that I'm going to be able to engage with the show and in the fandom, because I got too invested and I used it too much as escapism, and
now they're doing something that is reminding me of the things that I'm trying not to think of. So it means I gotta spend a little more time processing that. And also, I need to get a better, do a better job of being in tune to my reality and not a fictional one. And who knows, maybe by the time the episode comes out, I'll feel like I can handle it better and it's not gonna affect me to the extent that it affected me today. Maybe I will give it a couple days to see how other people feel about the episode and watch it. Maybe I won't watch it until the season's over. I don't know. I don't know what I need and how much time I need. We'll see. But I do need a second. Content won't stop. Like I said, I'm gonna be at con, so you're gonna get plenty of content. Jasper and I are recreating our History Hates Lovers Stucky video. We have 4 other cosplays that we're doing at con. I've been getting back into other fandoms as well. So if you don't see me on the For You page, check my profile. I'm probably posting and TikTok just doesn't want to show you it for some reason. But yeah, take care of your mental health, especially if you consume media as a form of escapism. It's okay to not want to continue engaging with a fandom or a show that is causing you more grief than joy. Watching TV shows, reading books, engaging in stories in just like a consuming it capacity, in a participating in fandom capacity, in making content for it capacity, that is supposed to be fun. You're supposed to enjoy yourself. Don't let it stop being fun for you because you forced yourself to continue consuming and interacting with a story that is no longer going in the direction that you enjoy and or that you can currently handle.